Welcome to my desert home. Yep. So please subscribe and click that that bell looking icon for notifications, and always check the description below the video, because then you might get a little bit more information about the clips that I put in there, and also any mistakes I made in the Bible study. I'll try to correct them there. Okay. Thank you for watching. Well, don't panic. That is on the cover of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You younger guys should look that up on Google. It's a good movie. Or go to the library. It's a good book. But don't panic. That's what Paul was trying to say to the Thessalonians. Don't panic. Worst hasn't happened yet. And John, he was trying to say, don't panic. The worst hasn't happened yet. And then he wrote the book of Revelation, the revelation of Jesus Christ to John. And it tells you all the bad things that are going to happen. Well, but Paul was trying to say, don't panic. You're going to be taken out of the world before that happens if you're a real Christian. And I don't mean these phony Christians who say they love Jesus, but they don't love their brother. Well, I had come out earlier today in the mid-morning, and I thought I was recording a video, but it wasn't recording anything. Hey, Wobbly! Anyhow, it took I walked all the way around the perimeter of the property talking about my last video and some things I wanted to say about it. And I think I'll go through here. I got this just kind of leaning up with this gate holding it. Okay. So anyhow, look out, cat. That cat almost got itself caught. Okay. Move it a little. Alright, I can walk right through here. Anyhow, I was talking about it. Anyhow, it didn't record anything. It just took a bunch of photos. Took over 1,000 photos. All that time I thought I was recording my video. But I wanted to say some things about that last video, because it is accumulating views, but according to the analytics page on the studio, it's not really getting watched all the way through. And I'm thinking the reason people are clicking on it is because of the word Antichrist in the title. I threw a dead chicken out there yesterday, and now it's nothing but feathers. I was kind of worried about the bird flu, but not too much, because none of my chickens seemed sick. So I think a rooster got a little too rough with the hen. So now I've only got 7 hens. Look at her. She's actually going through the wire instead of jumping over it. Okay. Anyhow, I think a rooster killed that hen, being a little too rough on her. That can happen, unfortunately. Anyhow, the thing is that people clicking on that video just because they have an inappropriate interest in the Antichrist. Well, you know, they didn't, Paul and John and even Jesus didn't mention the bad stuff that's going to happen at the end times, just to satisfy somebody's inappropriate, unseemly curiosity about the dark side. Now, they were just putting out a warning there. But if you take a look at their warning, take a look at Jesus' talking about the end times. And you see what Paul said about it to the Thessalonians, and what John said in his epistles, and the entire book of Revelation that John wrote. It's not about the bad stuff that you're supposed to concentrate on. You're not supposed to get all some kind of weird thrill thinking about the bad stuff. What you're supposed to get out of that is don't panic. That God has given us a way to escape, or to at least tolerate these things that are going to happen that are bad when they happen. Don't panic. And those of you who are my age or thereabouts, and I'm 70 years old now, I don't want to walk towards the sun because I know that won't be good for the video. So I'm going to cut diagonally across this backfield. This is mine. This is my backfield. Oh, if you're around my age, you might remember The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Even my son remembers, and he's not 50 yet. Pushing it, though. But I urge you all to, it's just pure entertainment, but Google it if you want to find out about Don't Panic. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's a book, and it's a couple of movies, TV series, and it's pretty entertaining. But the main thing is, don't panic. What? What do you want? Huh? Where's Wobbly? And she is. I don't want to catch the sun with this. Anyhow, don't panic. And that's what Paul was trying to say to the Thessalonians. The first letter he wrote to them, they were panicking because they thought that the rapture had already happened and that they'd missed it. And boy, when I was a young Christian within the Jesus People movement in California, I've seen some people panic when they thought they had missed the rapture. Don't panic. It's Paul saying, don't panic. It's not going to happen until it gets so bad that you ain't going to even believe. All the trouble you see now is going to look like nothing compared to when the Antichrist comes. First, there's going to be a falling away. There's going to be a catching up, a rapture. No, all the true Christians will be removed. They will be caught up to meet Jesus in the air. And then there's going to be a falling away when those who are still occupying the churches, let us say, sitting on the premises instead of standing on the promises, there's going to be a falling away, an apostasy. They're going to start believing more and more weird doctrines. Oh. This chute here, let me show you. This chute here goes up to this fold, this little sheep fold or whatever, and I think they might have used this to both sort out the animals for whatever reasons, and possibly they could have sheared them in here too. Anyhow, there's going to be an apostasy, and there's going to be churches still going on, and they're going to get farther and farther away from the truth. And this is after all the true Christians are raptured. And then the Antichrist is going to take over. The true Antichrist, the final Antichrist. And believe me, there are Antichrists all throughout history. I'm not going to go into any that I think about at the present moment, but I am definitely going to say Hitler was probably one. Stalin was probably one. Some people say Napoleon, but I don't think he was that bad. He was certainly an egomaniacal person who wanted to conquer everybody, but let's not fool ourselves, white people. Europe isn't the entire world. But he did get down into northern Africa and the Middle East. Shot the nose off the Sphinx. Anyhow, so the first epistle to the Thessalonians was saying, don't panic. You didn't miss the rapture. It hasn't happened yet. And then the second one was, hey, the Antichrist, the final Antichrist, is not here yet. Because people were thinking they were in the Great Tribulation already. Well, I'm not going to go down that way. I'm going to walk this way. Oh, this building here, it was a butcher shack, I believe, where they butchered the animals. And I had to tear it down because it was a foot deep of pigeon poop in there. Pigeons were nesting in a big flock. Come on, baby. Come on. We're going to go this way now. We're going to go back into the way we came. Anyhow, and so don't panic. You haven't missed the rapture. Don't panic. We're not in the tribulation yet. And hopefully, if our interpretation of the rapture timing is correct, things will be bad during our life. And it might happen during our life. But it's going to get a lot worse after we're gone. If we're harpazoed, caught up to meet with Jesus in the air. And then the Antichrist will take over the world. And people will treat him like he's God. He will even be in the temple of God. And I think he might be in Jerusalem. 3 major religions in the world regard that Temple Mount in Jerusalem as a focal point for God's attention. So he's going to want to take it over, I think. Anyhow, don't panic. Don't panic. Quit freaking out about things. Don't be looking for the Antichrist. Don't be trying to figure out who he is, what he's doing, because he ain't here yet. Don't panic. Oop. If we turn back to look for them cats, you're going to get the full effect of the sun. Anyhow, so John said yes, there will be many antichrists, but the main one ain't come yet. And we're not supposed to be looking for him. We're supposed to be looking for Jesus. We're supposed to be looking for Jesus, not the Antichrist. We're supposed to be looking for the day of the Christ, not the day of the Antichrist. So, yeah, go ahead. Take the warning. But don't get off too much and turn into some kind of fanatical weirdo that's always trying to scare everybody. That's all. I can't do a Bible study because my tripod is totally broke, and I hope this will do for you. Remember, 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, Matthew chapter 24, the first epistle of John. Yeah, read those. Read the book of Revelation. But don't let it confuse you too much. And don't panic. Okay, well, God bless you all, and I hope that you've listened this far. And I just want to say, Jesus said to love one another. He said to love our enemies even. And you're going to have to be careful loving your enemies